I am Richard Ayoade. Unlike previous Maze Masters, I'm not currently bald. But to ease the transition, Channel 4 insisted on employing somebody called Richard, who's hard to warm to. To clarify, my name is Richard, which is also the name of Richard O'Brien. He was the first guy. And I lack empathy. In the 90s, the Crystal Maze was one of the UK's favourite television shows. But, as of now, the jury's out. Is a group of people in jumpsuits running around a maze in pursuit of crystals still relevant post-Blair? Let's find out together. Welcome to the Crystal Maze. The Crystal Palace, a large structure of iron and glass, was designed for the Great Exhibition of 1851 in Hyde Park and was re-erected near Penge. But by the start of the 20th century, the building had fallen into disrepair, engulfed by debt and maintenance costs. It burnt down in 1936. Perhaps if they'd managed to unlock a lucrative revenue stream of puzzle-based gameplay, someone wouldn't have felt compelled to torch it for the insurance. After years of bloody struggle, the role of Maze Master ended up being a two-pony jostle between me and Richard Dawkins. But in the end, the decision was God's. My divine role? To guide a group of eager adventurers around the Crystal Maze as they complete a series of challenges in order to collect crystals. The more crystals they win, the more time they'll spend in that dome, where they can gather tokens which can, in turn, be exchanged for prizes. It's like being inside a Nando's reward card, but you only get one side. Not since my days as a pickpocket in East Cheam's downtown Diamond District have I marshalled so many people in jumpsuits in search of something shiny. But I've done my time, and now, in a sense, I'm serving a much more brutal sentence, that of game show host. Here we find ourselves, a week to the wise, for a fresh foray into the unknown, or, depending on your view, a minute variation on a pretty inflexible format. For many years, if you wanted to spend your evening watching people in jumpsuits scrabble around for something shiny, you'd be forced to lob a coin into Ipswich town centre, and then provide jumpsuits. But now, you can keep your wad and watch this. As per my contract, I'll be leading a band of 5 fearless and possibly jobless members of the public around the Crystal Maze to complete a series of challenges which, for reasons known only to the creator of this format, are worth 5 seconds of time in the Crystal Dome. And if they gather enough of these tokens, they can exchange them for something that could fit some people's definition of a prize. After they decided to bring back the Crystal Maze, Channel 4 organised a series of focus groups to find out what the public were looking for in their new host. These findings have been ignored. And I'm here to guide a team of oddly hopeful adventurers through a series of fiendish challenges. If they complete the challenges successfully, they will obtain crystals, each worth 5 seconds in the Crystal Dome, within which they can collect tokens which are exchangeable for a prize. But by that stage, everyone is generally pretty tired, and the prize often seems like too little, too late. Sure, we could rationalise the process by cutting out the crystals and going straight to the tokens. That is an undeniable point. There is no... that's a good point. Last night, I had a dream. In it, a melee of mixed-ability members of the public wearing standard-issue jumpsuits flailed their way through a series of fiendish puzzles in pursuit of crystals, which were exchanged for tokens, which in turn could be exchanged for ultimately underwhelming prizes. Now, that very literal dream is a televised reality. I'm like Kirsty Allsop. If she were not Kirsty Allsop and were instead me, it would be beyond remiss if I didn't use this platform, and it is a platform, to make a comment on the state of this nation. I believe it is the duty of those lucky enough to front resurrected game show formats to help galvanise real and lasting political change. Only joking, let's watch a bunch of people root around a maze in pursuit of crystals. You know, it seemed like only last week, or less if you're watching this on demand, that I was here, outside the dome, about to lead 5 bewilderingly hopeful contestants around a maze in pursuit of crystals. Fine times. Never to be repeated. That said, this week is pretty similar. It's pretty similar, actually. It's almost like it's a format. Don't you drift away from me. Hi. Any questions? Well, regardless, welcome to the Crystal Maze.